Hello again, Jon Boyd here with a Home Buyer's Agent, and today's topic is interior storm windows and even potentially making them on your own. It looks like we're headed for a really cold winter this year, and interior storm windows can not only lower your energy costs but also improve the quality of living in your home. So, and it isn't just bad windows that can benefit from interior storm windows. We just had a major addition done to our home where we used a very nice Marvin Integrity fiberglass window. And even with that very nice window, the interior storm windows still make the room feel warmer. So, I've talked to a number of home buyers this year, and interior storm windows in Michigan, for Michigan winters can often be a good idea. And if you're considering making some, the best information series I've found on how to do that is on YouTube, and it's from the folks at the Ellsworth Assembly. And I'll provide a link down below to their series of 5 videos, but you know, even without the link, you can just do a search for Ellsworth Assembly windows, and I'm sure you'll find it. So this is actually our third revision for interior storm windows. Video here will give you some specific details on the ones that we're making now and why we've changed, why we've had 3 revisions. The first of the efforts was actually made with 2x4 wood frames. We took a 2x4, I'm sorry, it's 2x2. We took a 2x4 and ripped it into 2x2s. The problem there is that they were a little big to fit in a lot of the windowsills, the normal size windowsill. And the heat shrink, we didn't get it to adhere very well to the wood. Our second set was actually made with PVC material, PVC in place of the wood boards for the frames. And we beveled those corners and then air nailed these together. The problem was, well, the air nailers, the nail doesn't always go where you want it to, and we had some problems with that. The heat shrink worked with this PVC a lot better, but then the PVC really isn't strong enough to work with a window larger than about 2 foot by 3 foot. So we're much happier with the third revision with the input from the Ellsworth Assembly videos. And let me tell you a little bit about those. So these are made with 1x4 boards ripped down into 1x2s, and we use the base grade board from Lowe's and chose the straightest boards we could find in the bin. In the basic grade you get a lot of warped boards, but we just chose the basic grades. Then we cut the, after we ripped that, we cut the side boards to be 5/8 inches less than the interior windowsill height, and then the base board down at the bottom we cut to 4 1/8 inches less than the measured windowsill width. Next, we actually drilled 1/8 inch holes, 2 holes, with a 1/8 inch pilot bit in the top and the bottom of the side frames. And those holes are 1/2 inch and 1 1/4 inch from the ends, top and bottom. And then once the pilot hole was drilled, I used a countersink bit to countersink the hole to make it large enough for the head of the flathead screw to fit in. And once the countersink was done, I enlarged that hole to make a through hole with a 13/64 inch bit. And then the side frame boards are screwed into the tops and bottoms with 2.5 inch flathead screws. And I use a framing jig to do that, and we have it over here, and I'll just kind of finish this process with you. So we have the framing jig set. That's not a very expensive device, makes it a lot easier. And then put the 2.5 inch screws in. Just like that. And then that frame is completed. Now that frame then gets a good sanding, and I sand it, and then it gets a heat shrink treatment as described by the folks with the Ellsworth Assembly. And just to review that real quick, What they do first is put double-sided tape all the way around the outside of the frame. Then they put a layer of heat shrink on the front and attach it to the double-sided tape, and then shrink the film and then trim the tape. Then another layer of tape goes around the border, and then a second sheet of heat shrink film goes on top, and then that gets attached to the tape, shrunk, and then trimmed. Then they actually add the packing tape, and this is the really important thing, packing tape all the way around all four corners. And then they add 4 tabs, 2 or 4 tabs, to make it easier to install and remove the frames. And then finally, they put foam, or what we do anyway, is put the foam. We use 3/4 inch wide by 7/16 inch thick product from Frost King, and we use their white product. We actually leave the paper backing on the foam tape, at least the first time they're used, and it makes it easier to install into the window the very first time, and of course to remove in the spring. So that's about it. If you have comments or questions, you can leave them below, and I hope you keep warm this winter. Hello again, Jon.